we done this already?
Have we?
No. Okay, what we've done is circumference of a circle. But what does the title of this paper say?
Area of circle.
Area. Okay, what is the difference between circumference and area?
Area of length times width.
Oh, no, don't think about the formulas. Think about it. If I'm finding the perimeter of a fence, what is that representing? I didn't say how to find it. I'm saying what is it? No. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just said, when I'm asking somebody to find the perimeter around a fence, what am I finding?
The area.
Oh.
Right here.
Okay, yes, I add them all up, but it's the distance around the fence,
So
right?
this is the fence, right? Perimeter.
How long the fence is?
Okay, yeah, pretty
So
much.
Right here, rim. If you're looking at the rim.
Oh, so it's the outside.
The outside, yes. And like Xavier said, you would just add them all up. Okay, that's finding how much is outside. But if then I asked to find the area of something, no, don't tell me how. What is area? The inside, the space of the inside. So circumference is the distance around a circle, is essentially the perimeter of a circle is circumference, okay? Area of a circle is telling me how much space is inside the circle. Okay, so there's a huge difference. Now, the formulas look pretty similar because, first of all, this formula is pi times radius squared. Okay, well, what do you notice about that first picture?
Are you going to record?
It is recording already.
It's the line.
Okay. What's the difference between this and this?
And one's going all the way through the middle and
One stops halfway.
One is going all the way through, one is going halfway. Which one's radius, which one's diameter?
Radius is number 2, diameter is 1.
Okay, so if my formula is asking for pi r squared, I need radius, right? This gave me diameter, so how would I find the radius?
You would have it.
I would half it, okay? So half of 6 is 3. Now, with circumference, we did pi times diameter, so I wouldn't have had to do anything. Or we do 2 pi r. So somebody in the last class was like, well, couldn't I just leave that, though? Because I need it times 2. Well, what is 3 times 2? But what is 3 squared? 9. So could I just leave it? No. All right. It says use 3.14. So I would have to do 3.14
Or 22%.
times, yeah, we're not going to do that, times 3 squared. And y'all just told me 3 squared was what? 9. So I would do 3.14 times 9. Well, 9 times 4? 36. Carry my 3. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3 is 12. Carry my 1. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 is? Where does my decimal go? Between the 2 and the 8. I had 2 places. Okay, what does it say right here? Okay, which place after the decimal is to the nearest 10? The first one, okay? So I'm looking at 2. What does that 6 tell me I have to do? Go up. Because if it's 5 or more, I add 1 more. So it's 28.3. Okay, so we talked about that in the last class period. Because if it's 4 or less, you let it rest. If it's 5, no. It's 4 or less, you let it rest. If it's 5 or more, you add 1 more. Now they said, Miss Ray said, if it's 5 or more, you let it soar.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm like, but you can interpret that so differently. If it's 5 or more, you just add 1 more. All right. So 28.3 centimeters squared. So right here, you set it up. 3.14. What's my radius? 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. Okay. I want you to multiply that on your own. Okay, so when you multiply that, you should get 12.56. But if we have to round it to the nearest tenth, 12.6 yards
Yeah, algebra one,
squared.
these kids are still messing up with rounding.
This is easy.
Yes,
If
it
y'all could
is.
Please understand rounding in 7th grade math. That would help when you get to algebra 1.
What is the other class?
Yeah.
They all said it was hard.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's ours.
Guys, don't our problems always start easy?
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Okay, I want you to look at number 3 and just think about it for a second. Do not say anything. I just want you to think about it. Just think about what your answer would be, because this one requires no multiplication, but you have to think and you have to be able to tell me why. Did you thought for 30 seconds?
Yeah.
I think I know what to do.
Because if 1 squared is 1.
No, it's 2.
1 times
So it would
1.
be 6.28.
No, Hattie, it's 1.
What?
1 squared is 1 times 1.
No, it's 1.
That's what I'm saying. 1 times 2 is 2.
No, but we're not. Okay, squared is not multiplying by 2. 3.14 times 1 squared. That's not 1 times 2. That's 1 times 1. Just like this, that would be that 6. No, it's not. It's 9. Because 3 squared, guys, anytime you square something is when you multiply it times itself. So 3 times 3 gave me 9. Okay, so 1 squared would be 1. So 3.14 times 1, 3.14.
Well, you round it, so it'll be 3.1. Right?
Yep.
What?
I am getting. What's potato?
Yeah.
I was gonna say 3.14, but
I am getting this.
That one's confusing. That one you have to
Every time you see squares, just multiply by myself.
Wait,
I
cannot
get math.
why are we doing it backwards? Like,
I'm not good.
We're not doing it backwards. What did we do backwards?
no, but like, usually when you do that, you go like, oh, add one more. Then you go to the left. Yeah. Are we just going?
Okay, so the number that you're trying to round to, so it says the 10th. This is my 10th place, yes?
Yes.
So in order to know what I round that place to, I have to look at the number behind it. So if I had 3.146 and it wanted me to round to the hundredths, this is the hundredths place. So I would look at this number.
So we would round 6.
We would round
So
the
it'll be
4
it'll be 3.15.
because this is telling me what to do to this one.
So it'd be 3.15.
Yes.
This is pretty easy.
Okay, do number 4 by yourself.
No.
Yep.
No.
I made the other class do the same thing. You're doing number 4 by yourself.
Okay, got this. Just wait.
Okay, I'll wait.
Like a long time.
I only had like 2 people get it right. And it's not because they didn't set it up correctly, it's because they're multiplication. If you want to get a piece of scratch paper, get a piece of scratch paper. Okay? You don't ever need to ask for a piece of scratch paper. They're attempting number 4 on their own.
This is so cheap, but it still has coffee in it.
So somebody, when we left on Monday, found it. So
In
you're
here?
the only adult that had been in here at this point, so I guess it's the kids.
Chrissy Butler?
She wasn't in here on Friday. And usually she comes to me in the afternoons. She
Yeah.
like never has coffee.
She wouldn't have coffee unless it's Amy's.
Who's?
And Mahia. And they got Amy's cup or something.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a calculator here.
So would we round it like to would we round it 8? So we go,
You do 14,
would we go
14,
up to
14,
would we
14.
round it just to like 200 or would we? No, wait.
you're done, Trey?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay.
you set it up like that? Do it twice.
Well, that is your answer to this, yes?
Okay.
So then you have to multiply that times that.
Okay.
Your first number is not right.
Two.
Yeah, the 2 is not right.
So you do times per example?
Dad, his is right. Did I round wrong?
Yes, because you looked at the wrong number, but you got the right numbers. I'll talk about if rounding's the only thing, we can fix that. That's okay. Yes.
Have you round that number?
I think
And then
so.
you keep
Very
these
hard
two?
to see.
Oh.
No, if you're rounding to the 10th, you'll only have one number after the decimal.
So I took these two away.
Yes, but I don't think you did it. Maybe there's something not right.
So did you do 14.5 times 2? First of all?
That's 13.5. Oh, my rib is cracked.
Nope.
We did the round from right here.
Oh, my rib
The
is
one to
cracked.
tenths. But we do 5, 10, hundredths, thousands. So
No, it's tens, hundreds, thousands. The first place after the decimal is the tens place. Yes, you just got to round it. All right, let's go over it real quick.
Okay. It's 660.185.
Yes, but you need to round.
Okay. So it would be 60. Oh, my ribs.
Is it hers?
No.
It'll be
But- You've just got to read it. It's funny. Okay, so 3.14, my radius is 14.5 squared. So when I have 14.5 squared, that means I have to do 14.5 times 14.5. Sir, you are late. I'm just kidding. Okay, 14.5 times 14.5. Somebody tell me what you got. Okay, so when you multiply that out, you should have gotten 210.25. No. So I have 3.14 times 210.25. That's a lot of multiplying. You see what I said? Your multiplication is going to be the thing that gets you? Yeah. Okay. So let's work through that one. So I have 3.14. All right, 5 times 4. 20. I carry my 2. 4 times 2 plus 2. 10. Carry my 1. Well, 4 times 0 is 0. So that would be 1. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2. Okay, so there was my 1 number. I'm done with it. What do I do right here? A 0. Okay, then I'm multiplying by 1. That's easy. 5, 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay, I've marked out 2 numbers. 2 zeros. All right. Well, 3 times 5? 15. 3 times 2 plus 1. Okay, 3 times 0. 3 times 1. 3 times 2.
I put 2 down.
I was wondering how your first number was so off. So I have 0, 5, 8,
4, 11,
11,
10,
10.
5, 6.
Okay, how many decimal places did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, again, I had so many questions about rounding. I am doing the tens place. This is the tens place. Bless you. So after the tens place is the number I look at. Well, if it's 5 or more, I add one more. So 1 more to 1 would be 2. So 660.2 centimeters squared. So actually setting up the problem is not hard. It's this part. You see when I said there's a lot of room for error? Yeah.
I received all my brain juice for that.
Will our homework be into the tens place or no?
Yes. I think every single problem on your homework says to the tens place. Okay. Number 6. We're going to skip around just because these do take so long. Number 6. It says diameter of 5 feet. So how would I set that up?
5, or would that be 5 divided by 5 or 2?
Why would I have to do 5 divided by 2?
Because diameter.
Yeah, and we don't need the whole thing. We need radius. What is 5 divided by 2? 2.5.
2.5. 2.5 that'd be
Okay, so there's my formula. That's how I set it up. 3.14 times 2.5 squared. So 2.5 squared means I have to do what? 2.5 times 2.5.
5.75.
Okay, so 5 times 5 is?
10.
5 times 5 is not 10.
25.
25. Okay, carry my 2. 5 times 2
10.
plus 2?
12.
12.
Okay, tell us how you did the diameter equals 5 feet. Why did you split it in half?
Because our formula calls for radius, and radius is half of the diameter. So anytime I see it going from edge to edge, that's diameter, I have to half it. Or if it just tells us, I have to know that I need these two. I wouldn't have had to do anything because it says radius. But since it says diameter, I have to half. All right, so 5 times 2,
10.
10. Carry my 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1.
6.
Hmm?
What?
It's 6.25.
I know.
How many decimal places do I have?
2.
2. Okay, so now I do 3.14 times 6.25. I'm going to give you a minute to multiply. I'm going to multiply. Okay. Did y'all get it? You need another second. Now, I know y'all are good at like basic math facts, but when you're multiplying these big numbers like this, you need to slow down. Like even though if you're good at it in your head, that's great. But sometimes your hand can start really like working faster than your brain is. And we make mistakes and we put things where they shouldn't go.
I think I got this entirely wrong.
Why?
I got too big of a number.
Why?
I don't know.
What'd you get?
1948770.
Okay, your first 2 digits were correct.
Okay.
Okay, you should have gotten 196250. Okay, and I had 4 decimal places, so I'd move it over 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 19.625. I'd look at the 2. So it's 4 or less. I let it rest. It'd be 19.6 feet squared.
What's such big numbers for such small numbers?
But when you're dealing with decimals, so that's what you've got to remind yourself.
Well, my calculator is still saying that.
Huh?
I got something else that it's not correcting.
Okay, did you do 2.5 times 2.5?
Yes.
And you got 6.25. Okay, so then you did 3.14. 3.14 times 6.25. Okay. All right, on number 8. Look at the picture.
I don't like that. That's right.
Wait, was it 19.6 or 6?
Yes. Good. Okay, what do we notice about number 8?
I don't like it.
It's half.
It's half. It's half of a circle. Okay? So if this formula gives us what we need to find the area of a full circle, what do you think you would do? Divide it by 2. Okay, so that's it. So all you would do is set this up like normal, 3.14 times 5.5 squared. And then when you're done with that, you divide it by 2. I'm going to give you a minute. I want you to try it.
Does it matter which number goes on
Kids are getting on my nerves too.
Mine were great until yesterday.
Mine were too. The first 2 days were okay. Yesterday,
They played
Hold on, Trey. She heard you.
mine and Alex well together. And then yesterday, it's like cats and dogs.
well, they had an optional one at play practice. And she was in there going, yes, we're going. We've got to get out of here.
That should have been an option. That's like my kids.
Cancel everything. Cancel everything.
I agree.
But
That's what mine said.
that ain't no big.
Non-mandatory is what it was. Non-mandatory.
This is,
But my boys wanted to go work out.
Well, I did
Let's
too.
go work out. Let's go work out. And then they were like, nope,
that's
gym's
why you stay
closed.
up there.
That's what Harley was saying. She said she saw you.
You happy? I was in the back cold. I'm just
What day was it?
Wednesday. I was going 28 miles an hour. 28
At what
You
time?
didn't wreck, did you?
at 12.
Or did it mess up your truck?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they're gonna total it.
Let me
Don't-
see.
It don't look bad, but watch.
Oh my
It
gosh.
snapped it in half.
Under. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
So
And you were going 20.
28. I mean, how many times do you know how when you have a crash and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
exactly
people
how
are
fast you-
going crazy.
That is so scary.
Do you hear about the one crash? A cop was pulled over working a wreck, and then 3 semis crashed into the back of his car. One
I've seen a
hit,
lot of
and then
videos.
2 more
Did it
hit
kill
and
him?
knocked him out. No, one guy got hit by the car. He was okay. Then another cop ran across the road and like twisted his ankle and just fell in the middle
Oh
of the
my
four lane.
gosh.
Was that middle road?
All right. You got it?
Yeah.
First of all, what's 5.5 squared?
30.5.
30.25. Okay, so here's the kicker because that's a big multiplication problem. What did y'all get when you multiplied that?
47.925.
What did you get when you multiplied 3.14 times 30.25?
Oh, no,
94.985. So what did I have to do after that?
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2.
47.492.
Okay, so that would round to
47.5.
47.5.
Yeah, that was at 12:30 because that didn't
That's scary. Okay, so this is the same thing. If you see this word, you are dividing by 2. We're going to skip it though and go to the back. I want you to do number 11. I want to give y'all time to get started on y'all's homework. So do number 11.
So diameter is a pool, so you 9. It's not as easy as it looks like, is it?
Maybe.
So we don't have to round?
Well, it says which measurement is closest to the area. So before you round, you have answer choices to look at.
That was easy, I think. It's a trap. Math is broken. Math is broken, my question.
Oh, you have been doing just fine, Trey. Yes, you have.
That's all my grades say.
I think a lot of y'all get in y'all's own head on test day.
I overthink everything. I'm like, is this? It's not.
I'm like,
But that's the thing. It can be that easy. It can. It absolutely can. Yes, it can. And the second guessing is what causes you to get things wrong more often than not. I have told, and if you listen to me and actually start doing it, if you do the problem and move on, just do it exactly like you think you do it, move on, don't look at it again. Only go back to make sure you answered problems. Don't go back and look at them to make sure you did it right. Because a lot of the times you will create a problem in your head even when there is not one.
I thought math was easy. I was like, okay, it backstabbed me.
Okay, Trey, what did you get?